Want to learn some simple psychology tricks? These tricks will help you in an incredible number of areas within self-improvement, including communication, first impressions, ability to get ahead, gaining attraction and admiration, etc. And yet, they're so easy to implement within everyday life. Each one of these tricks takes seconds to implement, so as long as you can remember them, you're good to go. 1. Trust mirror. If you want to build people's trust more quickly, this can be a very effective way of doing so. When you're striking up a conversation with them, try mirroring their body language. Don't do this in an incredibly obvious way, otherwise it'll probably put them off more than anything else. However, subtly mirroring people's body language subconsciously makes them think you're in sync, which works well for building trust. 2. Getting information. If you have a friend that struggles to open up to you, tell you how they're feeling, or even give you simple information, this trick is a perfect way to get that information out of them in full detail. Ask them a question, and if they respond partially or it feels like they're hiding something, simply keep eye contact and remain silent for a few seconds. The silence combined with eye contact will make them uncomfortable. They'll do anything to break this tension, even if that means giving you the information they were holding back. 3. Always agreeable. Want people to agree with what you're saying? All you have to do is start nodding while you're saying the thing you want the person to agree with. The nodding action makes the person start to believe what you're saying is actually true, and therefore they will most likely begin to nod as well and agree with you. This can work in certain situations where you might need to make a good impression on someone, but don't get greedy. This won't work on everyone. 4. The stalker detector. Do you ever get the feeling that somebody's eyes are on you and they're intently watching you? If you want to find out whether or not they were watching you, try this simple psychological trick. Make sure they can see you when you yawn. After you yawn, turn and look at them. If they're now yawning, you know that they were watching you. This is because yawning is contagious. This is a great trick for anybody who wants to find out if someone is showing an interest in them, like a crush or so on. 5. Reducing the risk of conflict. If you're in a group gathering or meeting and you think someone is likely to become aggressive towards you, sit next to them. It's very easy to show anger towards someone when they're sitting on the other side of the table, but if they're sitting right next to that person, then it makes things harder and more awkward to do so. 6. Eye color. Everyone knows eye contact is important when talking to someone and trying to build an impression, yet a lot of people find it hard to maintain eye contact. In fact, most people are very uncomfortable with eye contact, not necessarily when listening, but when speaking to the other person. So when you're speaking with someone else, try to make a note of their exact eye color. This way you'll make the right amount of eye contact.